Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Eternal Midnight, and we are at the final weekend for April. And since Transformers is done, we decided to do another Hasbro movie, two Hasbro movies actually, in the same franchise, GI Joe: Rise of Cobra and GI Joe: Retaliation. So, Chad, what do you think of GI Joe: Rise of Cobra, man?
Okay, so the first time I saw this, so I'm gonna be totally honest. This is the second time I've ever seen this movie,
Oh, wow.
rewatching it for this. So when it was first announced, I was like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, I just was like, no, I just don't care. I have no interest. So I watched it probably like a year or two after it came out, and I was like, okay, it's nothing. Like this was, I think, around the time. No, I watched it around the time when like the Channing Tatum hate train was going really strong.
Okay.
So I jumped on that bandwagon and was like, yeah, it's shit because of Channing Tatum. Like, this is fucking garbage. But then I rewatched it the other night. Like, now that I went in, obviously, with like an actual open mind,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this movie, like, a lot. Like, this was actually legitimately fun and interesting. And I don't think Channing Tatum was as bad as people say he was. I really don't. I
Yeah.
honestly had a lot of fun with this movie.
It's like because I mean, even after he, I mean, like I think he's a pretty competent actor right now. I mean, he's a pretty good guy when it comes to acting. And I loved him in 21 Jump Street.
hmm
You know what I'm
He
saying?
was really good in that. I liked him in even though he wasn't at his strongest, I enjoyed him in the movie shit, what was that one with God, say something while I look it up what it was called. I think it was no, She's the Man. She's the Man.
Oh, right, with Amanda Bynes. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, before she went nuts. I always had a crush on Amanda Bynes. But it was like I liked him in that. And it's like I think he kind of gets shit on. And it's like he's not the strongest, but the guy's got charisma, and just from what I've also heard, he is just a really, really nice guy in real life.
Yeah, I heard that Channing Tatum's like one of those actors who's like he's not an arrogant asshole. He's a really nice person off off screen. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
agree. And another shocking performance that I actually enjoyed was Marlon Wayans' Ripcord.
oh yeah, he was funny in the movie. I liked him actually.
Yeah, I mean, I thought everyone did it. I enjoyed everybody in this movie.
But
I've always liked Dennis Quaid.
what makes the movie? Okay, first of all, I always confuse Dennis Quaid with Kevin Costner. They look so similar. Like really, it's like the first. Like when I watched Man of Steel, I was like, "Is that the guy from GI Joe?" Like, oh no, it's Dennis Quaid, and oh wow, really similar looking faces. But what makes
If anybody, I'll say this real quick. If anybody wants to see a cool Dennis Quaid film,
yeah,
there's this movie out there. It's kind of like Santino. You like Seven? It's called Horsemen. I think you'd like it. He plays basically like he plays like the lead investigator on a string of murders based around the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
that sounds so cool. I'm gonna put that on my list now. I really am.
It's really, I like the movie. It's really messed up.
Based on the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. That sounds
Well, like the deaths are like it's not supernatural. Don't worry, or maybe it is. I'm not gonna spoil it.
shit. That sounds so cool. And now I'm gonna watch it. It looks cool. Okay.
But yeah, so back to GI Joe.
Okay, so back to GI Joe. So what makes the movie for me is in fact the villains. The villains in this movie are awesome. The Baroness when she walked out.
Oh my god!
Oh my! I was a 9-year-old. I watched GI Joe: Rise of Cobra in theaters. Okay, when I saw it, holy shit! Who is this woman? She was so hot. She was so hot.
She is. And we even said this off air. Who did we think was better though? Who did we think was hot? This is gonna make us sound just like such a shallow couple of guys.
Yeah.
Who was hotter, the Baroness or Scarlet?
Scarlet.
I have a sick mad crush on the chick who plays Scarlet, Rachel Nichols.
She's so hot.
She was in oh, she's gorgeous in this film, but she was also in Dumb and Dumber, and she was what's her face, Uhura's best friend that Kirk was hooking up with in Star Trek 09.
Oh my God, really?
Yup. So she probably just walked from one set to the other.
Yeah, because Star Trek.
Because they're both made by Paramount. Both made by Paramount.
Well, you know who's playing Scarlet in the Snake Eyes movie? Samara Weaving. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's playing Scarlet in the Snake Eyes.
Oh, I can't wait for the Snake Eyes movie. I really can't.
Scarlet.
Speaking of Snake Eyes, dude, Snake Eyes was badass in this.
Dude, Snake Eyes was awesome. Snake Eyes was like one of those like mins. Like I wanted to be him. Because like she was so hot. She was so hot in. Sorry, not sorry. I'm still thinking of Scarlet. Sorry, my bad. I can't stop.
Well, let's stick with Scarlet real quick then, because she wasn't just a hot chick who wandered around. I mean, she and the Baroness both were hot. They were both hot badasses who fucking kicked ass from beginning to end.
Yeah, dude. Her crossbow was awesome. Like when like she can like take a picture and then like she shoots the crossbow and it goes around and like hits the guy and I like, oh, that's just kick ass. That's kick-ass right there. Like, I don't know what else to say. I mean, and man, that guy Ripcord is so fucking lucky. He really is. Holy shit.
Lucky bastard. But okay, so I think the only thing.
Okay, wait. So going to Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is an awesome character. He's a ninja.
Yeah, I was just moving back to him. My only issue with him, I think you might agree. I did not like how his mask had the mouth on it. I'm glad they got rid of that in Retaliation.
Yes. I'm so happy you said it. I didn't like it either. It
was weird. It was just really fucking weird. Like, if that mask of his is there, like, he didn't need the aesthetic addition of the plastic lips.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he was and I loved incorporating him and the villain. I loved what his relationship with Storm Shadow.
Oh, Storm Shadow was a fucking badass, dude. Holy shit.
That actor they chose for him was perfect also.
Yeah, Byung Hun Lee. He's an awesome Hong Kong actor. I love him. He's awesome. He knows his shit when it comes to martial arts. And like these two are awesome. Ray Park and Byung Hun Lee, when they fight in the final battle, oh dude, that's awesome. That's the best part of the fucking fight.
And I liked the I liked the relationship that the two of them had. They trained together. Storm Shadow hated him. And then I'm not sure how I feel about the retcon and Retaliation. We'll get there in a few. But you know what? It was what it was, and I thought it was a good back and forth with the two. After their mentor got killed, Snake Eyes took a vow of silence for the rest of his life. That was really interesting.
I like it also. But then while even the other guy, the British guy, Heavy Duty with his like big machine guns, like that was cool. Like when I saw it in theater, I was just like, holy shit, I want that gun, dude. I want to rain down fire on those Neo Vipers. And like even Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the fucking doctor from Rise of Cobra.
Dude, I love that design.
I love that design. The mask and the monocle. I was like, that is so cool. And the nanomites
perfect. It was like the perfect updated design for like a mad scientist. Like it wasn't. It was kind of cheesy, but it was believable. Like he needed the breathing apparatus. He had the monocle because he was deformed and his eye was all fucked up. And then, yeah, like you said, leading into everything with Destro and whatnot and the nanomites, that was fucking cool.
The nanomites, like when I was a kid, that scared me. It was like, oh, bugs, because I hate bugs. And like bugs that can even eat metal. Dude, like when Baroness shot that rocket launcher to the Eiffel Tower and it crumbled, I was like, yeah, that's an intimidating weapon. I don't want to be near that.
That whole Paris fight was great.
That was so awesome. I love that. And okay, so let's think of it first. The Baroness, Shanna Miller as the Baroness, is so hot. I'm sorry, that black leather and then those two shockwave pistols she has. I was like, that is such one of the coolest weapons I've ever seen. Like when she shoots it, it's not even it's not even like a fucking contest. She's gonna get anyone in that class is gonna get annihilated. Anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. I love that relationship that she has with Duke. Like, oh, my brother got killed and all that. Like, oh, yeah. And
Now, the only thing that, and this is where it's really coming across for any G.I. Joe fans out there, neither of us, I think I speak
I've
for
never
both of
seen
us,
the cartoon.
neither of us
Sorry.
watched it. I don't know the lore. I never watched, okay, I watched the cartoon, but not enough to like know anything. I just knew, oh, look, army men shoot and there's ninjas. That's the extent of my knowledge on G.I. Joe before this. So it's like, if they fucked up the Baroness's origin, who she was, if they screwed up who these characters are, if they screwed this stuff up, then you know what? I'm sorry. I get you have all the freedom in the world to hate these films. But us who don't know jack shit, I'm speaking off of just what I saw in the movie, and I agree. What I thought the story with who the Baroness was and all that, I thought that was really cool. Same with what happened with Rex and how he became the Doctor and event, and even the behind the scenes Cobra Commander leading everything as the Doctor. That was genius.
Oh, that was awesome. I love that. So
So the story. I enjoyed the story.
The plot. Okay, the plot is paper thin. Like, yeah, stop the bad guys from getting.
Interesting. It had some nice twists and turns. I mean, the shit with Zartan taking on becoming the president. That was cool. What's his face? Destro getting his actual look by the end. I thought that was interesting. I didn't quite understand why the whole Middle Ages thing was needed. It didn't really. I don't really think that was poetic justice, or if it was, who gives a fuck?
That was like nothing really came out of that. I was like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, his head is a giant silver thing. Cool. What are we gonna do with it? Oh, nothing. They just leave him in retaliation. Guess Destro wasn't needed. We'll get to that because that's like the best scene of both these movies.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. I thought the fight scenes were cool. I mean, come on. This is another one of those movies where it's like, stop and think about it. It's like, it's soldiers fighting other soldiers with futuristic tech and fucking ninjas.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Kick ass. The guys kick ass. It's just, I don't understand how people, like, I've seen some people, oh, I hate this movie. And I'm like, why? And they're like, it's stupid from beginning to end. I'm like, okay. I mean, but then again, we like we just covered earlier in the month, there's some people who are like, Dark of the Moon is fucking incredible. And it's like, okay.
I mean, okay, yeah. So the whole plot is paper thin, but I like the fact that at the very end of the climax, everyone had like something to do. Like Ripcord was able to fly that plane, that awesome fucking flight plane. Like I know there was a toy for that. Like when I was like in 2009, and I searched for it, but like, I was never able to find it. Like Ripcord was able to fly that plane. Scarlet and the tech guy had something to do, and Duke and Anna had their like resolution. But let's face it, man, the fucking main point of that fight was fucking Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow with their katana battle. Like, I'm sorry,
that was a great fight.
Great fight. Anyone who says
not on par with the Night Comes for Us, but
yeah, exactly.
That's a really, really high bar to fill. But you know what? For a PG-13 movie, I thought it was pretty damn good.
Exactly. I loved it also. But G.I. Joe, because in my opinion, G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra is a fun, dumb action movie that you can watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch it like popcorn. But G.I. Joe Retaliation is an actual good movie that I really love, and I really enjoy it. G.I. Joe Retaliation is an amazing, like, it's not like the fucking Godfather or Shawshank Redemption, but like, in terms of like Hasbro goodness and all that, this is it. This was peak Hasbro, which I love. So, man, what did you think of G.I. Joe Retaliation, Chad?
So this is a hard one because it's like, I used to think Retaliation was way better. Now I'm not so sure. I think it's hard because it's kind of like when we talked about Mission Impossible. It's like same as with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I loved the team and their dynamics with each other in Rise of Cobra. I really enjoyed that team. And in this one, I can't say the same for this team because it's like, obviously The Rock playing Roadblock was awesome, obviously.
Oh,
and
Roadblock was awesome. I love
he as Lady J was awesome. But what's his face? Flint was just nothing. He wasn't even a character.
I didn't like him at all.
Yeah, so it's like the team dynamic of Rise of Cobra was better. But this movie is, I've seen people be like, this feels like it was like rebooting things. Fuck no, it wasn't. Zartan is still impersonating the president. What's his face? Cobra and Destro were still under lock and key after getting caught.
Oh, by the way, that design Cobra Commander was awesome. I loved it.
Oh, Cobra Commander's design in this movie is like one of my favorite villain designs of all time. They just went straight for the like, let's just give the fans what they want.
It works.
Definitely. He just looked like a fucking badass. Just the whole movie, he looked fucking awesome. It's like, I've seen movies like, it's so campy looking. Who gives a fuck?
It looks
Who
bad.
honestly cares?
If that guy coming at me, I would run.
Exactly. And come on, Bruce Willis showing up midway through the movie.
Oh, Bruce Willis,
that was awesome.
Bruce Willis as Joe Colton was awesome. My only gripe with this movie, I guess, is I don't like the fact that Duke died. I really don't. Because
so basically what that came from was, so I could be wrong, but from what I've heard, it was fans did not like Channing Tatum as Duke in the first movie. So instead of just playing it smart and being like, okay, Duke's somewhere else, he's just not in the movie, they decided to kill him. But then, like, right before the movie was supposed to come out the first time,
yeah,
his popularity went up. They were like, oh shit. So that's why they added a few more scenes with him. But it's like, but you still killed him.
Yeah,
they did nothing with it.
I hate the fact that they killed Duke because I'm one of those people. I really liked Duke in the first one, and in the few short scenes I had, I like the banter that Duke had with Heavy Duty, not Heavy Duty, Roadblock. Sorry, I like the banter they had like, when they had that cake and say, okay, well, if I'm able to shoot this, then you babysit my girls, and he takes out the fucking machine gun and shoots it like, okay, my little girl's like karaoke at 9 and like I like that. Like, why do you have to replace him with Flint? I mean, like, Flint did nothing. Like, if it was just Duke, can you imagine if it was Duke, Lady J, Snake Eyes, Jinx,
and Roadblock,
and Bruce Willis? Oh man, that team would have rivaled the first one.
Exactly, but it was the fact that he was gone, and it's like, you know what? I like The Rock. I do. Anyone who listens knows I like The Rock. But it's like, you said it. It's like we just watched a whole movie where Channing Tatum as Duke was the lead. And then you have him and then you just kill him off and you don't do anything with it. So it's like, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that one day a third movie will come out and they'll be like, he wasn't killed. We thought he was dead, but he got taken away by the villains and he comes back somehow. I don't know, because I don't want that to be the death of Channing Tatum as Duke, because it was really lame.
I really don't like it. Also, please bring him back. I liked him.
Like, if he went out like an absolute hero, like the way, like if he went out like Kirk's dad did at the beginning of like Star Trek 2009, okay, I can accept that then. But this, just a truck blows up and he flies through the air and we never see anybody mourn really for him. We don't see his dead body, nothing. It's like, that's it. That's how the lead from the last movie goes out. Like, okay, how unceremonious of you.
Yeah, didn't like it at all. But okay, that's just a negative in a movie filled with, in my opinion, positives, because again, man, the villains are awesome in this. Firefly with that rocket motorcycle. when I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
That
that's cool.
whole scene is easily like the best scene of this entire film. When Storm Shadow breaking Cobra Commander out and Firefly breaking open the top to get them both out. That whole scene just collectively is fucking incredible.
Ray Stevenson as Firefly was badass. I like this for like making things go boom by 9 a.m. than most people do every day. I was like, damn, dude, you're a fucking badass.
And that's why he made a badass Punisher in Punisher Warzone.
Oh, I haven't even seen Punisher Warzone yet. I want to.
Oh, you need, dude, if you just want insanity like no other, watch Punisher Warzone. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list. But like going back to G.I. Joe, man, even like the Zeus missiles were fucking interesting when they destroyed London.
Yes. Holy shit.
And I love Jonathan Pryce as like this evil version of himself, where he's like my favorite joke is when they're doing like I love this joke. It's like when they're doing this like nuclear missile thing, and then like this is capable of destroying you like 20 times over, 21 in the case of North Korea. like what the fuck? Like the guy's like, what the fuck do you mean? And then when they all launch their missiles at each other, and then they stop and he's like, I figured North Korea would be the last one. And then like the guy's like, fuck. And he turns off like, oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love that line. I swear, I always laugh when I see that, because that is good comedy. That injecting good comedy. Like, I mean, like, it's not like it's racist, because North Koreans don't have those nuclear missiles. So I laugh my ass off. I do. I really do.
I did too. I laughed a lot with this film, and it's like I just love how like goofy that scene was. Like every nuclear missile on the whole planet's flying everywhere, and they're just like, "What are you doing?" And Cobra Commander just walks down. He's like, "You will all bow to me." I was like, "What the hell am I watching?" He's just standing there, and nobody tries to like arrest him or shoot him.
Oh yeah, that's true. And also, you want to know another badass like fight scene I like? The whole Jinx Snake Eyes versus the ninjas in the mountain scene. Wow,
that was awesome.
That was so cool. I loved it. I loved it so much. I was like, that is insane.
Great. That was some great. See, you know what? That again, people, like, oh, the destruction of the Transformers movies are cool. I will easily take an action set piece of ninjas flying on fucking ropes across the mountains trying to carry a body. So much more fun to watch.
That was so cool, the way they did it, the way they filmed it. And then like when the camera was following and they did a slow motion of like Snake Eyes taking on the missiles. And we haven't even talked about it. Jinx. Elodie Young as Jinx was so fucking hot in this movie. I have a crush on Elodie Young. I loved her as Elektra in the Daredevil series. So watching her do
damn good job.
Damn good job. She was so sexy. I loved it. Even the scene with like what's her face? Like even the scene with Lady J when she infiltrates that guy and like she uses her like skill set to like take the guy out and like I'm gonna knock you out and you won't remember a thing after this. Like damn dude, she was really good at that. I swear.
And I felt like, you know what? With Lady J, it's like they touched on some of her character stuff. And I feel like they didn't. I feel like something was majorly lacking, missing from her character. Like I felt like what's her face, Scarlet, got much more of a. She had more story about her than Lady J did, and I thought Lady J could have had more, but it was like I feel like it's there, but they cut it out of the movie.
I like the fact that when she discussed about her dad, that like he didn't want him to put his life in the hands of a woman, and that's when she enlisted the next day. Like
it's weird. It felt like they were going the route where like they were gonna say Bruce Willis was her dad because it felt like it, but I was glad they did not have that cliche garbage.
Because that would have been so like. That would have been like so like okay, well that doesn't make any sense at this point. I'm glad they didn't do it. I like the fact that Bruce Willis, the guy, the one who created G.I. Joes, said you're a good soldier. Your father would have been proud, and pins the medal on her because
Mhm.
yes, you're a good person. Like I love that. I do. I really do.
Yeah, overall, it was. Oh, I don't know. Let's do a little comparison.
All right.
Which plan did you like better, the nanomites or the
I like the Zeus missiles way more. I thought it was
Zeus
way
one?
more.
Okay.
I really liked it more, and I also like the fact that Storm Shadow gets a lot more character development here. Like he didn't.
And I think I read that he has switched sides in the comics or cartoons before. So I was perfectly fine with him being like, I'm only on your side. Revenge for the man who killed our master and framed me.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, you recognized Zartan, right?
Yeah, the guy from the Mummy. See,
the mummy himself.
yeah, the Mummy himself. Speaking of which, did you notice that Brendan Fraser cameo in the Rise of Cobra?
That was awesome. Yeah, because Rise of Cobra was directed by the guy who did the Mummy.
Yeah, exactly. And the Mummy and Brendan Fraser are in the same movie, but they don't interact, but they're in the same movie.
Yeah, these were fun.
Man,
I mean, come on.
The Mummy. Now I want to read the Mummy. That's what we should do for me.
We need to do those.
That's what we should.
We should.
That's what we should.
I'm down. I'm down. We'll do the trilogy.
We should.
Perfect.
And,
there you go, people. You heard some behind the scenes dialogue we usually talk about off air. Yeah, I liked both for different reasons. It's like, I mean, it's like I said, I think I liked the story of the first one better, but it was just like this one was just so much more like over the top and insane.
Okay, so the guy who fun fact about this. The guy who directed it, his name is John Chu, and he is known for directing over the top extravagant movies. He's directed Crazy Rich Asians, Now You See Me Too, and this. He's known for doing extravagant, like, flashing lights. And
he did. Here's his filmography: Step Up 2, Step Up 3D, Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, G.I. Joe Retaliation, Gem and the Holograms. Yikes! Yeah. That was wow. That we need to talk about that at some point because I love that movie for being just as awful and as far away from the source material as it possibly could have been. But it's like you said, he redeemed himself with Now You See Me Too and Crazy Rich Asians. It's like
Crazy Rich Asians is one of those movies I actually really like because I'm an Asian and that culture is on point.
Oh my God, dude. He's going to be directing the film version of Wicked.
Oh, really?
Oh, I can't wait for that because I love Wizard of Oz. And I love anything to do with Wizard of Oz. So it's like I'm pumped for that because he's doing it. Yes.
I've seen the play version of Wicked and I did like it.
Okay, that'll be cool. But yeah, I'm you know what? So back to almost G.I. Joe. We've got Snake Eyes this year. I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that.
With Samara Weaving as Scarlet and Iko Uwais from Night Comes For Us as the Hard Master.
Oh
my God!
The only thing
the Hard Master is gonna be so good. I swear.
So I think you were telling me that, like we saw, obviously, what's his face? So Snake Eyes is supposed to be a white man, right?
Well, I don't know. Is he? Because I haven't read the comics. Let's see. I will do a quick lookup real quick just because I'd rather be right. So, again, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. So, he is played by... Okay, so in Snake Eyes, he's going to be played by an actor, Henry Golding. He is Malaysian British. Okay, I like Henry Golding. I've seen him in Crazy Rich Asians, and he's a great actor. I like him. Nice. And let's see, what's his face? Storm Shadow is Andrew Koji. I don't know that. Have you heard? He was in Fast and Furious 6, but he played undercover cop, so nothing big. Nothing I've seen on here from him. But let's see, like you said, let's see. Yeah,
You're right. That's how it's pronounced, right?
Yeah, Iko Uwais is a hard master.
You're already sold on that, aren't you?
I'm someone Iko Uwais as the hard master, Henry Golding as Snake Eyes, and Samara Weaving as Scarlet. That is what I want in a G.I. Joe
Yes.
movie.
It's gonna. This movie's gonna be great. I'm genuinely excited for this. I really am. Like I wasn't, but then it's like rewatching both of these. Now I'm like right back on the GI Joe hype train, and I cannot wait. I mean, it comes out in July, so
I hope I get to see it in theaters. I really do. I really do.
I hope you do too.
Yeah, Joe.
And then
the Snake Eyes movies going up against Black Widow. Then and I wonder who's gonna win for that.
I don't, because we already know who's gonna freaking win.
Yeah, we already know who's gonna win.
It.
Fucking Snake Eyes.
Well, we haven't even gotten a Snake Eye. Yeah, we haven't even gotten a Snake Eyes trailer yet, have we?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Damn it! Come on. Whatever. So basically, the only thing is we just got to keep our fingers crossed that if this does good, come on, Paramount, give us more GI Joe. We want more of these.
Please,
Let's do it.
I do. And honestly, the best kill, I forgot to mention, the best kill in this entire movie is when Roadblock kills Firefly.
Yeah, that was it. Was the stereotypical. The explosion goes off, and the Rock is just slowly walking away as the explosion goes off. I'm like, oh, I love it. It's so cheesy. Oh, I love. You know what? They were both fun movies. I don't understand why people hate these. Like I said, unless you're a diehard fan who knows the comics and the lore, I can understand why you wouldn't like them if it doesn't follow it. I can't blame you for it. But if you're just casual fan of this stuff, kind of like we are, what do you hate it for? It's fun. Who gives a shit? There's nothing like insulting about it. Like, I didn't think any of the characters were like overly obnoxious, like Sam Witwicky or anything.
Yeah, none of them were. Like even Flint, like he was like my least favorite, but he wasn't like annoying.
Yeah, he just was a blank piece of wood. He had no character, but I mean, he wasn't bad.
Exactly.
So, any closing thoughts or?
Closing thoughts for me, I want more G.I. Joe. In fact, with the Snake Eyes movie, the fact that we're having Samara Weaving as Scarlet, that's already hype for me, dude. I'm excited.
Same.
So, closing thoughts, G.I. Joe's not as bad as everyone says it is. Like, if you're gonna watch this for the first time, don't expect like what fucking Citizen Kane when you're gonna watch G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Don't expect it from the title. You know it's gonna be ridiculous.
I mean, come on. The final battle of Rise of Cobra is a giant underwater fight in the Antarctic under a giant sheet of ice with a bunch of mini submarines fighting each other. How can you hate that? That's awesome. And it's awesome. Ninjas fighting and soldiers and hot chicks kicking ass. And it's just fun. Fuck off, haters. So that wraps up April. Santino, let's see. Oh, you want to rank them?
No, I don't want to rank them. I already know the ranking. G.I. Joe Retaliation for Rise of Cobra. But okay, so Chad, that's it for April, man. But what do you got for May? What do we have for May, man?
So for May, we're heading back into space. But we're not heading to a galaxy far, far away. We're going to be boarding the USS Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
For the month of May, we are going to be covering every single live-action Star Trek film. The original 6 with the original cast, the 4 Next Generation films, and the 3 Kelvin Timeline films. So tune in, Star Trek fans. We got a fun month ahead of us.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait. All right. So this is Santino signing off.
I'm Chad. Have a good night.